unfortunate for the Hellcurt. Why not? The Grok was there to help the Cho. If that Hellcurt actually picked up the Cho, it was going to be Blacklist from there and out, because the Tams immediately went to the bottom lane to counter push, and then where's Claude, where's Curtizy, and GEEK FAM farming other side lane minions and other side lane creeps. So with this, I think for GEEK FAM, that's what they need to adjust. How would they rotate in the map after certain objectives, after micro objectives, like what we talked about earlier?
Yeah, I think now I what I get from what you just said, Manjin, was bad decisions from Blacklist International to fight. Maybe it's because of misinformation, or maybe because they weren't prepared. But yeah, the decisions to contest heroes at a certain times. It's not a good sign. I think there was one time when they went for the Grok for the start of the match, and they were able to win it, but they spent like 4 members just to take it down, or 3 to 4 members. It's a long time to take. I think Blacklist International should not be misinformed in this game. Now they will be prioritizing to getting the Claude, and GEEK FAM PH immediately answers with Selena and the Joy, and finish the first phase off with the Bruno, looking real good for GEEK FAM PH. And why
my goodness.
Why is this guy laughing? Why are you laughing, Manjin, again?
No,
Manjin, why are you laughing? Are you excited for the game?
I'm waiting for the predictions. I'm just waiting for the predictions. That's why I'm laughing. Sorry.
But yeah, Osiris, what do you think about the first phase of the draft?
Yeah, I mean, GEEK FAM, I really love their first phase of pickings, even in game 1. It's just that I got thrown off with the Aurora, but yeah, they proved me wrong. I love that. And at the same time, they are putting another hero into the table after an Angela. Now we got an Aurora. So we're getting so much attention from different heroes right now. And going back into this draft, you don't have the Kufra being taken away, as well as the Degi. So you got less of those layer of protection, less of those setups. But you got the Pod at Blacklist Internationals and Grok and GEEK FAM PH. Still, they know how to play this show, and I really love GEEK FAM with this picks right now. It's more on their comfort zone at this point.
Oh, Farsa and Popol. PNK with Farsa, and this will be an off-laning PNK, I believe. Very bad win rate, by the way. 25%, 1 out of the 3. I think only Brennan Sports won with this specific hero. And yet to see the light of day in terms of the positive win rate. But GEEK FAM PH looks like a very interesting last pick. Might look for a solid tank now. It's going to be the Atlas. Yeah, nothing more solid than this hero right now. A lot of control against the squishy members of Blacklist International. Able to peel to the backlines as well. Might be able to catch this Popol and Koopa off guard, and of course look for the Claude when the fight does happen. This actually looks to be such a good pick for GEEK FAM PH, but now this is the question. The pressing question. Who do you think is gonna win? Osiris, what do you think?
Well, I love the Atlas plus the Bruno. I mean, it kind of gives you a lot of space to breathe as a Bruno. And yes, you got the zoning potential from Farsa, but Farsa is in a stationary position. There's so many dives coming in from Blacklist. I mean, from GEEK FAM. You got Selena, they got the traps, they got those arrows. So I'll go with GEEK FAM.
Okay. Manjin?
So hard. It's hard to pick right now, because I want to be biased. Because I actually want two of the lower ranked teams to win. So I want an interesting standing. So I'm going for GEEK FAM. I just don't feel the Popol and Koopa right now. Probably could have been better with an Angela. Angela Claude is so good right now, and it's open, and Blacklist did not pick it. So yeah. GEEK FAM, unbiased, even though Killer is my cousin.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have gone for GEEK FAM PH, but I don't want this panel to be unanimous this time, so I'm gonna hedge my bets. Blacklist International to force game 3. Let's see what the casters think. Rockert and Seiya, please take it away.
Thank you so much for the awesome insights there, Wolf, and the rest of the analyst desk, Mr. Manji and Osiris. I'm Rockhart alongside with Seiya. We're going to be casting here for GEEK FAM PH versus Blacklist International Game 2 here. And do you agree that I feel like the majority of them wants to go for GEEK FAM? Do you think that's going to be the case?
To me, I am still hesitant with the Popol and Koopa setup for Blacklist here. But in terms of the overall draft, I would go for Blacklist International. Simply because the Blacklist International made their statement. They are embedding their mark already throughout the previous weeks. And it does not lie. Their potential to use these types of heroes are proven. I mean, I'm not saying that GEEK FAM hasn't proven themselves. It's just that the efficiency with the weeks that we have, Blacklist International was, on point with that.
Right, I have to agree. I mean, Blacklist International, they have been able to at least shell out, although it's a bit 50-50, if I may add. But I really like the comp here of GEEK FAM. So much solid crowd control that all of these members from Blacklist International have to avoid. I gotta say, I'm really leaning towards the super hard CC that Atlas, that May on that Jawhead, Exhort on the choke and rounded composition. I would say it's more well-rounded. It's more I would say more ranked game. It looks kind of more like a ranked game composition, right? With all balance. So it's the answers. It's gonna be who wins the team, who wins the pickoffs in the early game. I think will get more advantages, and I think GEEK FAM has that.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with them having a well-rounded composition because they have the Selena for the early game potential for the late, and the other three are your main barricades per se when it comes to the late game. It's really well off. The question here is how would they really apply it right now, because we are already 2 minutes in, and I'm pretty sure that of our marksmen are doing as and scale, while the others are just looking for the other members of religion who,
Yep.
Initiate.
I think you're
soon.
absolutely. You know what? Just chill out for the meantime. I think GEEK FAM is gonna be happy with that. What we're doing right now, very chill, low stakes games.
Yeah.
Low stakes team fights rather, and everyone's just taking the bait. Aqua as well is not too slowed down, but that might be a problem later on here as Turtle will go over to the side of the GEEK FAM PH, and this looks like Blacklist might be in for a no-choice team fight. If only that arrow hit, might have been different, but looks like we're going back to reset. But because of that, GEEK FAM are now ahead by almost more than 1,000 gold, and I think Cortese is going to be in a better spot now. Here it comes. Finally, the arrows will make their marks. First blood goes over the Blacklist, though, as the hits coming from the Farce are going to be hitting really hard.
Oh, that was... I guess this is a kind of situation wherein Blacklist was in a sticky one, but manages to really pull themselves out of it by taking advantage of GEEK FAM really compressed together into that bottom side of the lane. Now, that was a good call.
Yep.
But the thing is, I think I'm seeing that GEEK FAM is already getting the pattern on how Blacklist would be able to be lured into their turf. They're utilizing the resources here. If you notice, they're not really taking the objectives as quickly as they are, but rather they're waiting for the members of Blacklist to go to them. And when they get that potential pick-off, they're the ones gonna have the economy for themselves. That's a good call. But the thing is, I think Blacklist here is really catching up onto that initial strategy.
Yeah, and to add to your earlier point, I think CKT's arrows are starting to hit. You know, they're starting to find their targets. Earlier, it was a little bit of a miss, but now they're starting to really pick up on those targets. However, of course, Blacklist, they still have that answer in the form of Aqua, who is still untouched, getting a lot of farm. That is gonna hurt a lot. So right now, that's what we're seeing with Aqua being charged up, but being pulled in by the Atlas, going in for that wall. And wall bang's gonna be the kill, going over to the Popo and Koopa. Still pretty healthy in the middle of the fight. Exhort going in for the Cho. What happened? Got stunned there by Koopa. Wow, that could have been a great Jeet Kundo way of the dragon play, but man, that wolf really hurts and really messes up your plans when he sinks his teeth in you. You know.
Indeed. You know, Koopa is really good at at being utilized as a patroller right here, and you know, gets that potential stun. And speaking of stun, looks like we will be having a bit of a skirmish here, but no, I love it that Blacklist was able to shove away the members of GEEK Fam so that they could have the resources for themselves. And like what I said earlier, Popol and Koopa is really good in being utilized as a patroller, like what you said. Other than applying vision, and the stuns is also one key factor. Speaking of key factor, the ejector is gonna be here. Aqua will be forced to use a blazing duet to escape that potential pick off, and Dexter, you know, just really going to tower hub. But this is a good opportunity now for GEEK Fam to push. But again, the Forza is here to shove it away.
Yeah, what did I tell you? Blacklist International are gonna be so busy dodging all the crowd control that Cortese is gonna have so much free time here to hit the targets that he wants. Look at this. They're just going around in circles right now, but this time around, Riddler looks like he's finding the targets that need to be found. Well, Jawhead on the top lane, not even gonna bother joining here, but why not just seeing if he can zone out enough members. I feel like Exhort's coming to the team fights a little late to the party. I think that might be another factor why Blacklist seem to be winning, despite GEEK Fam are the ones going for the engage.
Yes, I agree with you with that. But you have to take into consideration as well that Jawhead is also not into play. But what more if he was into the team fights that we have right now? And judging by this, I think Blacklist is aware of that factor, and you know, will decide to deny that Jawhead potential, you know, backup when comes to the fights that we will be seeing.
True. I gotta say, super, I would say, bit questionable with the call on the Jawhead. Great fight though on the top lane, as they can catch why not one of the tankiest heroes you'll ever find, locking him in with the Guardian's Barrier, and now they will probably get a free turret because of that, getting the gold lead back to almost even. And now looks like Edward gonna be forced up with that Farsa. Koopa is really chasing me all over the map.
Indeed. So this is what I've been mentioning earlier, that they are aware that the Jawhead may be a potential threat come to late game, because GEEK Fam are managing on their own even without the Jawhead yet. So they know, they may be aware of this, and you know, really is denying it right now, so that when it comes to the late game and the late team fights, they would be able to one-up GEEK Fam and put the tides in their favor. But again, going back here into our gameplay right now, I like it that Blacklist has their transitions. And speaking of transitions, denying that Cho, because you are noticing, Rockhart, that the Cho is becoming a headache and is the one engaging the skirmishes fights, right? So that is
I want to ask Exhort, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that. Great tower there from CKTD. Tower hit is going to be happening here. May with the Jawhead, great zoning potential. Wow, this is so confusing on the bottom lane. They are also getting a bit of a piece of the pie there. Even Stevens on gold so far for both these teams. That is pretty cool to see.
Yes, this is interesting because both sides of the team are rallying it up. And speaking of rallying it up, I like it how confident Dexter right here is, facing 3 members of GEEK Fam PH, you know, really confident with his first skill, because even if he's a tank, that first skill will give you the ouchies, Rockhart, and I know you know
that. Absolutely, man. There is no way that you can just tank that for prolonged periods. But you know what? In terms of ouchies, look at the itemization here. Three items completed for the Bruno. Is safe to assume that we can expect a team fight very, very soon. Claude with a very early wind of nature to make sure that he stays alive in the coming team fights as well. So double insurance policy for the Claude of Aqua. This could be a very interesting team fight whenever it happens in the next few minutes.
Yes. Indeed. And again, going back right here, they are still focusing on the economy. And this time, I think Blacklist have learned their lesson into not getting lured by the members of GEEK Fam right now. And I think they are doing that strategy against GEEK Fam this time.
Who are, of course, they're wary because they know that they can't insta-hit the Claude anymore. And they don't want to take these fights right away unless it's a sure hit. Which right now they're having a hard time because we still have two members of GEEK Fam near the bottom side. They want to go for the kill onto Killer. If we go to the camera, that should be a dead. That should be a dead Fams, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Anyway, they're still going for Lord here on the top side. That's gonna be problematic. Riddler looks like he's a bit stronger this time on the Popol and Koopa. Lord is now on half HP, and I gotta say. There you go. It was a long skirmish on bottom lane. I'm surprised they didn't catch that. But anyway, right now we are back to nothing here on the top side and one member down for the bottom. That's going to be a 4v5. It should be an easier Lord this time around.
Indeed. It looks like GEEK Fam will be securing this Lord take right here. But, Popol and Koopa are really, like what I said, they are good controllers right here for giving vision to your teammates. But again, they might be going for potential steal. They will be feeling that Lord. And they will be going for that blazing duet right now. And they are using the HP factors of GEEK Fam right here. And Popol and Koopa just going all out alongside with the Claude. Beautiful execution of Clash Rockhart. I like
one blazing duet was all it took. Blacklist International took back the tempo. They got the Lord. They broke the mid. And now I think they want to finish it early on. Popol and Koopa with help of Aqua here. Looking really good. Riddler, he's happy. He's alive. He's tanky. He's sending out the big dog. Really chop on the bait. They want to go. And that's going to be a monster kill on the Popol and Koopa. And a quick finish.
They may not finish it this time around Rockhart. They managed just to defend in a very short span of time. That was a second too close to actually getting the game. If it were
there's no minions. There's no minions. Ah! Oh man, that felt bad. That should have been done.
That felt like a throwback to me. But you know what? Going back here, GEEK Fam, good job on defending. But up to what extent Exort will be having that low, adding more pressure onto the bottom side. And look at this Popol and Koopa going godlike, just really abusing the damage output as he has. And I think this time, this game will be finished, Rockhart. But no, the Troll will get the shutdown. But